Welcome to Fayetteville, Arkansas. It is a great day to call the Hogs. Then again, around here, they don't think there's any other kind of day particularly special when it's the opener of a new season for the Arkansas Razorbacks. The Razorbacks ready to get this thing started and open the season. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down.
And the
Royals offense takes the field. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need him.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
The Royals come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. As college football evolves, guys, and players have more rights and they capitalize on name, image, and likeness, and teams are in different conferences, maybe the biggest thing and the thing that keeps coaches up at night, dealing with the transfer portal.
Because they got to make sure that everybody in their locker room is happy. Oftentimes, you're re-recruiting your own players and trying to keep the wolves at bay. The phone calls that are coming in from other programs trying to steal your guys. It is not easy. Probably as difficult as it's ever been, David, to be a head coach now with the transfer portal.
It is, and think about players, man. If I'm not happy, if I'm not getting the run I want, like I can just leave. I can go somewhere else. I can get paid by another opportunity. So I think players always having their eyes to that portal, looking at a better destination, makes it miserable for coaches.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Beebe. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and it'll be enough for the first down. Hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Gets it up to the 37 on the return before he's knocked out of bounds. The Razorbacks offense will go to work for the first time today. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right.
Just causing wreckage in the secondary. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game one, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this cat.
Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Razorbacks will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Forges ahead for one to the 8-yard line.
He's brought down at the 8-yard line. Brings up.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. A designed run for the quarterback. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Arkansas! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. 7-3. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Offense making its way under the field to start the drive. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
The run from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he just flat dropped it. He had the ball and didn't look it all the way in, and it'll be 4th down. And the Royals line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Colin.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
To throw, it's Green. He's going to run it. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. He's up to 41 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback checking the play. They've been running it, but now the pass. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Caught on the outside. It's Sategna. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they've got on second down.
And just understanding where you're at on the field, make sure you get those feet down before you get too close to that sideline, so I get credit for that catch. Nice job. Nice pitch.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Got his man in the middle. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And now on second down for this offense. Handoff to the single running back. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Beebe. Coming after it. He's right on target. And they pick up the 1st down in what might be the last play here in the 1st quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the 1st quarter stats. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. He's going to pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Across the 25, he's got room. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle. The Royals headed quickly to the line. To the ground with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Most offensive schemes are predicated on 1st down productivity. That will not go down as a productive 1st down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. They'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. To the air, it's Beebe. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Right down the boulevard, it's good. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds, and just on to the next down.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Wide open downfield. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches. A
shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He forced that one into double coverage. That means somebody else was wide open. Quarterback really needs to be better moving forward, working through his progressions.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Green. This time it's complete. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. The aerial assault continues. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that play.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Razorbacks! A great catch and run for 6. And the PAT makes it 14-6. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Caught behind the line. It's Smallwood. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, that linebacker timed that so well. I'm surprised the running back actually held onto the football after that big hit. They are so lucky. Wow.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Back to pass, it's Beebe. Picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
They'll line up for a second down play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Throws for the tight end. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Grabbed over the middle. It's Armstrong. He'll come through on 3rd down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. Might be looking to run. He'll pull it down. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time. Now they'll have to convert 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Discards a man. He now has 61 yards rushing in this 1st half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas!
I know we're only in game 1, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterbacks got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
Intercepted. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And they get the takeaway and prevent points from going up just before the end of the half.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He leaves it with the back. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to... And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. On the run from inside his own 5. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority 1. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Fayetteville. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic that they get him on the ground at the 20.
And with that, let's hear another hog call and send it back to the guys in Razorback Stadium.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
Nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
They'll go right back to him. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
He's going for it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Offense gets set for second down. Looking to throw, it's Green. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Armstrong. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Pressure coming. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. The Razorbacks have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass inside the red zone. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Brings up second down.
And here comes the offense on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got him this time. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Razorbacks trying to cash it in on first and goal.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting...
Touchdown, call. And the punishment has been extended.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over the Sharks. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Small game, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
Dropping back, it's Beebe. Get it out on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. And the Royals decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll bring it back. It's Anthony. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Makes the grab down the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play. And I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's racked up 92 yards rushing, and he's making sure the defense feels him in this opening game. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. Field goal is good. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the move kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. A strike downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Back to throw, it's Beebe. He makes the connection. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Clock winds inside a minute to play here in the third.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
On the run, it's Cousins. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
From the gun, the ground game. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
Got it in the middle. It's Cousins. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Royals will send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. Making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Comes out throwing on first down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Scanning the field, it's Green. He wants to go deep, and that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. The punters have had the day off up to this point, first one of the game. Excellent coverage that time, didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Looking to throw on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Haynes. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. He wants to throw. Gets it out quickly. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. And the Royals come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking to pass on second down. He unleashes a long one. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
The run to the left. Open space at the 25. He's piled up 112 yards on the ground, and with that run, he eclipses the 100-yard mark in this season opener. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Powers through the defender.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Really good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll try to run for it. And the Razorbacks pick up the first down.
Yeah, they've had a day. And it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can turn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big. And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting push and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles into the ground.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
He's got the back in the middle. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking downfield, it's Green. Makes his connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great.